Welcome to my channel, Fantastic 50s. Today, as you can see, I'm in my Portuguese garden and the sun's just trying to come out. I'm going to show you how I plant my leeks. If you're new here, my name is Claire Bendel and welcome to Fantastic 50s. Let's get on in the garden showing you how I plant my leeks. So before we can plant the leeks tomorrow, I have to water the watering can. We just need to soak all of it so that tomorrow when we plant the leeks, they go in nicely and easily and they have some good soil to go into. This soil was ploughed by a tractor just a couple of days ago and my husband has just raked it. There we go. The ground is ready for the leeks tomorrow. So we need a few things today for planting the leeks. Obviously we need the leeks and a pair of gloves and a straight line and a trusty dabber. No, we're not playing bingo, we're gardening. First thing I have to do is put my gloves on. Then I'm going to run this string line from one end of this little patch to the other. Now last night, I'm sure you saw me watering so we could get the plot ready. So just pop one end of your string line and run it up so it's level. The reason we're putting a string line is because of irrigation. We're going to irrigate the plot this year. This will be the first time we've ever irrigated because last year we were watering so much. I think that is straight. Oh, we've got to get it in line with the lettuces that are just down there. So I call this a dabber, but my husband's just told me it's called a dibber. And we've put a line here so that we know how deep to make the hole. Now, you have to make the hole quite deep and wide. You can't just pop your finger in, plant a leek in, because it needs to expand. You need to give it that width to expand. We want it to grow straight, and we also want a lot of white. So this is why we've decided to make them this long. So I'm going to do my first hole. I am putting it right next to the string line and pressing firmly. It's quite hard, even though the soil is quite soft. It's hard to get down into the earth. But that's it, that's enough. We have to turn it round and pull it out. Then we come on to the leeks. These leeks were bought from our local agri shop, and me and my husband were working out last night how much they cost per leek. It's about 5 to 7 cents each. Now that's not bad for a leek. So we just drop it into the hole and that's it. We leave it there. We had to put some water in last night to prepare the ground, and we will water them in after we've planted. So obviously, because I'm a bit crazy, I forgot to mention we need another tool. It's just a bit of wood, but it's going to be used as our spacer. So we put it down an inch away from the last leek we planted, along the string line, and then we measure about another inch, and that is where we make our next hole. So again, now the earth's a bit softer here. It's got a lot of water, and we just go up to that line, do a little twist and out again. And we'll pop another leek straight down into the hole. And that is planting leeks. The beautiful Portuguese sun is trying to come out. It's a nice day in March. And this is spring to us. So remember, an inch away along the string line, another inch, and then a new hole. Gardening is so peaceful here in Portugal. I'm just going to make all the holes and then pop them in, and we'll see how many we can get in a row. All I can hear is the sound of lovely little birds and the chickens making noises. So up to the line again, a little bit of a round and move on. My husband makes the best leek and potato soup, and he's already started to plant the potatoes. So we've got 5 holes. And that's our first row done. I need to move this string line. Let's be gentle with the plants. I'm going to move it right next to where we planted the lettuce yesterday. So push it down to the other string line and make sure it's straight and in line with the lettuces. There we go. So we have to put the first one in, and the soil is definitely a bit harder down at the bottom. It's nearly up to the blue line, but because the soil is so hard and I don't want to use the hammer, we're just going to leave that one. I'm going to go from this leek and measure up to there. Put the dabber or dibber in. So please comment if you would like to see me doing more gardening, because we have many patches to fill. And we're going to keep coming back to the leeks probably every week just to do a little filming, and then we'll put it all together when it's time to harvest. And then I'll probably get my husband to make a leek and potato soup. Not that I'm hungry already. So again, we go from the lettuce to put the string line in. Now we're on to the last row. Thank goodness. Gardening isn't an exact science, as my husband keeps saying, but it does keep you mentally fit and a bit physically fit. I'm actually starting to sweat now. I need a cup of tea. I'm going to do the last ones, so this is the last row. And that was so easy. Now I hope once you watch this, you can dig a little bit of your garden up and plant whatever you want. Whatever's the best for your temperature, for your climate. Because I know I've got people watching in Australia and America and the UK. This is definitely a workout, and I'd rather be here in the garden than in a gym. And you've got something to look forward to eating at the end of it. Last one. So after I've popped all these in, I'm going to get the watering can and soak them in. Because you know, the only three things plants need to survive are nutrients in the soil, rain, water and sunshine. And we've got all three here in Portugal. So I'm going to use a bottle and not a watering can, because we don't want to give it too much water and that will collapse the hole around the leek. So we just fill it up like that. So I'm just going to water them all and try not to collapse the wall. You've got to be so careful because the ground around it is really crumbly, and I nearly did collapse a hole. I didn't even know that was a thing. You've got to sort of pour it into the hole and not into the surrounding ground. That's why it was better to use this bottle than a watering can. Precision gardening. Well, I hope you've learned a lot today about how to plant leeks. I know I have, and I've got to give the credit to my husband, who's behind the camera, for showing me how to, telling me how to, and he said, "Isn't it great, Claire? I've managed to get you to plant all the leeks." He's a smart fella. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and click the subscribe button, and then click that notification bell and press all. That way, every time I put out a new video, you will definitely get to see it first. Hope you've enjoyed this gardening video, because I'm going to do more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.